Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you pray?
Yeah.
Who is God?
Big guys up there.
Do you go to church?
Yeah.
Do you like going to church?
Sometimes.
What is heaven?
I don't know.
Do you know who Jesus is?
Yeah.
How has God helped you throughout the years?
God has helped me from just listening to my prayers every day and then telling me not to give up by giving me friends and family support.
Do you ever feel like God is not always there for you?
Yes, to be honest. Sometimes I'm like, he's not listening to me or he's not gonna care. But after my first final and my hermit crab passed away, I feel like he's been there because I got a new pet and I passed my finals. Yay.
Who do you go to in your time of need?
I'll go to my grandma because I grew up with her and then she is the most trustful person in the family.
Do you ever wonder if there really is a heaven?
Yes. I feel like there is a heaven because I feel like everyone's gonna go somewhere between hell and heaven after their death, and then God's gonna be there and my families are gonna be there.
What do you think happens in the afterlife?
I think that bad people are gonna go to hell and good people are gonna go to heaven. Yeah.
How often do you pray?
I pray sometimes, and especially Sunday church, and I think before every quiz and test. Yeah, I'm honest. Okay.
What do you think the kingdom of God is?
I think the kingdom of God is where the good peoples are and where the angels are and where Jesus is.
When do you go to God?
I go to him when I feel abandoned from my parents and friends. Sometimes I'll have conflicts with them, and then like I said, when it comes to quizzes and tests, I pray a lot.
Ow.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a miracle in your life?
Yes. My baby cousin's born. She's now 5 years old, and then her mom had her when she was 30-something, so that's, I guess, a miracle. And I never had siblings, so she's my sister, like a sister, so here she is. Say hi.
Hi.
All right. Adios.
Yeah, sometimes I do when you get older and you hear of all these wars and all the evil in the world and people are so mean to each other. Sometimes I question if there's a God, but it's not for a very long time. Because I'm reminded of people who have these after death experiences, and they give me hope that there is a God. So yeah, I question sometimes if there's a God when I feel so stressed out and I feel the earth's or the world's burden, the bad news. But ultimately, I try not to let that take root in my heart.
Thank you. What do you believe happens in afterlife?
So you're basically asking me if I believe in the afterlife?
What happens when you die?
Okay, and what do I believe happens when I die? I believe basically that I'll be reunited with all my loved ones. How that's going to look like and what is that going to be like, I have no idea. But I believe that not just human beings, but all of creation will be reunited. That's what I believe.
So do you believe in heaven?
I believe in heaven, I believe in an afterlife, but I don't believe in Hollywood's version of a heaven.
So what kind of heaven do you believe in?
Again, no one really knows what heaven is like. And heaven is a term that we made up anyway, because heaven is a term that we refer to mean the afterlife. But really no one knows what the afterlife is like, because no one has ever come back from the afterlife.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's going to be like, but I believe in it.
And have you ever felt God's presence with you? And if so, tell a story.
When I left the seminary years ago, back in '96, I remember I was in Washington, D.C., and I settled there for like 9 months. It was he and I was a waiter. But my very first day in the room that I rented, I was very depressed because I felt all alone. And I prayed to God to just be with me, myself in God's presence, and that's like a prayer to me. So I do pray daily, but how I pray daily varies.
And do you ever doubt that there is a God?
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
I do when you get older and you hear of all these wars and all the evil in the world and people are so mean to each other. Sometimes I question if there's a God, but it's not for a very long time. Because I'm reminded of people who have like these after-death experiences, and they give me hope that there is a God. So yeah, I question sometimes if there's a God when I feel so stressed out and I feel the earth's. I felt like this warm presence come from like behind me and like hold me in a warm embrace. And I will never forget that kind of experience and that presence of God. So yes, I have experienced God.
Okay. Have you ever felt like God wasn't looking out for you?
Yeah, whenever my students act up.
Can you elaborate?
I'm just kidding, no. I ever felt like God was not looking out.
No? You always feel like God's looking out after
I
you?
always feel like God has my back.
Okay.
Okay?
And how much do you pray? And if so, who do you pray to? Like, not just God.
I try and pray daily.
And how much do you pray? And if so, who do you pray to? Like, not just God.
I try and pray daily. And how I pray is different. Like, right now I've been praying in the morning. I pray before class starts. I use the gospel reading for today, for the day. I read that as my part of my prayer. And I just sit in quiet thinking about that prayer or thinking about that gospel and thinking what it means to me. So that's my prayer. And if I'm riding the train, I sit quietly and I just be by myself and put myself in God's presence. And that's like a prayer to me. So I do pray daily, but how I pray daily varies.
And do you ever doubt that you agree with what you were taught?
You don't have to, but if it sounds right, it sounds good, then believe
So
it.
do you believe that God created everything around us and just God?
That's hard to believe.
So you don't believe that God is the creator of everything?
I don't know that. I don't know that as a fact.
Do you pray?
Yeah, I pray, because I was taught to pray.
Okay. So in afterlife, do you believe that everyone goes to hell and heaven?
Everybody
it's
becomes equal.
Everyone becomes equal.
Yes.
So there's no judgment towards what you did during your life.
No, everybody becomes equal.
Okay. Thank you. Or
Kind of.
okay. Do you believe in heaven?
I don't believe in heaven.
Okay. Who do you feel safe around all the time? Or who do you go to in need?
Usually my parents.
Okay. Have you ever had a spiritual encounter? Mint?
When I was working at the hospital,
What
I
happened?
encountered a cold spell in a certain area.
So do you believe it was a spirit?
Maybe a spirit, something.
Okay. Do you ever doubt God?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Why?
Because
Do you believe in God?
I was taught to believe in God.
Do you believe in God, though?
I was taught to believe in God, so yes.
Okay. But you don't have morals that believe in God. You're just going with what you were taught.
I go by the rules that were taught to me.
Say that again. What do you go by? What rules do you go by?
I go by the rules that were taught to me.
So not by your own rules.
No, I don't make my own.
Okay. What do you think happens in afterlife?
I think you relive your life in a different degree.
So do you think you get incarnated or...
Kind of.
Okay. Do you believe in heaven? Why?
Because tsunamis, tragedies,
But he also performs miracles, so...
not enough of them.
Okay. So since you don't believe in God, what do you believe
That's not
in?
what I said.
But you're just referring to what you were taught, not what you really think.
Exactly. So you're taught, and then you're taught to believe.
I know, but you don't have to agree with what you were taught.
You don't have to, but if it sounds right, it sounds good, then believe.
So do you believe that God created everything around us, and just God?
That's hard to believe.
So you don't believe that God is the creator of everything?
I don't know that.